I'm going to talk a little bit about doing portraits using a computer. The first thing that you really want to get is good reference. And for a portrait, the standard in lighting is called Rembrandt's triangle. It's been around since the 1400s. It literally is what all of professional photographs, portraits, of the movie industry, it's all set up. Next time you watch a movie, watch this Rembrandt's triangle, which is the light comes down from an angle and it crosses the form. So that turns half of the form into shadow. And so the face being an oval, the light comes in and it hits it. You can see the plane that it hits it is more on this side. As it crosses over the face, it goes into shadow and it catches this triangle right here. This is the main thing that you're looking for, because then this is the best way to light a form. So get good reference. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this portrait. I just want to do a portrait, so I'm going to crop in on this piece. Something like that is great. And then what I'm going to do is make a copy. So on top of my copy, the thing that I use the most is a filter called Cutouts. Cutouts is going to help me change my picture into planes. It's kind of like cut by numbers. I use it all the time with all the chalk drawings that I do, and with all the portraits, animal, people, I just use it all the time because it helps me see shapes and forms. This edge I don't need to go so simple on it. I actually like it so it goes a little bit more abstract, so I at least go to usually around 5. And so let's see, 5, and I'm going to probably come up here to something that kind of looks interesting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-ish, and maybe I'm going to even pull this up to 6, get a little bit more abstract, and I'm going to say OK. Next thing, I just want to see how large this image is. If it's too big, it doesn't work that well. That's fine. If you have a hard time with this cutout, make your photograph smaller. So now I have this piece. I can literally just even play up here with some of these overlaying textures, these kind of filters that go over everything. Some of them are interesting. Some of them kind of give me some ideas of some things that are working, not working. It's that some of it's just fun the way it is right there. I usually do this luminosity because up in normal you can see that the middle values is kind of a brown, a medium gray, and I want to make it skin color. So I'm going to pop down to this piece. So then when I'm here, here's my piece. I can even change my opacity to 50% by using I use my V key, and then I go through my numbers where I can change things if I need to do that. Another thing that I like to do for the fun of it is, I'll show you down here, I'm going to grab another layer and I'm going to go, gosh, where is it now? It's going to be hidden under here because I use a shortcut. It's called Find Edges. Find Edges. And that just sometimes also kind of gives me some interesting things. I'm inverting it. And sometimes I throw it on top of a layer and I kind of get some extra line work in there. I might use that later on, but just to have it. So I'm back here on this layer, and I'm just going to play around and see. I haven't done this yet, but I'm just going to try it right now. I've got my magic wand. I've got it set to around 12. I'm basically going to start cutting out some of these textures and see what these values and see what I can do with them. Maybe change the color. I can put some other things into them right now. But I'm going to select a shape, and then I could do continuous. Let's deselect it, and if I do continuous, deselect it again, see what happens. contiguous. I think that means it just keeps going. Let me see, I'm going to come up under here and I'm going to do select and I'm going to do similar. So, okay, so it's just everything that's like that. So if I copy that and paste it, then I have this particular shape that I could do something with. I can change it into colors. So if I pick my selection, my eyedropper tool, click on that color, open it up, turn it into something else, say OK. I'm going to lock this layer and then I'm going to fill it with a foreground color. And that gives me something. So, and do I even, that's awfully bright, but I can change it down into different layers. So now I'm going to go back to the second one and do pretty much the same thing. I'm going to grab this. What does it do? It goes out into my background. That's okay. I'm not sure what I'm doing right now, so I am just going to explore. Copy, paste, lock it, grab my eyedropper tool. Look, it changed it already into something else. Grab that value, see if I can change the value into something else. I got a blue, I got a, maybe I mean I could just stay into blues. Let's see, just for the heck of it. I'm going to fill. And then I'm just going to keep going. I'm going to probably speed up the video here, see what happens.